10 English phrases that will save your next trip. You've just landed in a brand new country after a super long flight. You're excited, maybe a little bit tired, and you step out of the airport ready to find your hotel. And then it hits you. Your phone's dead, you don't have a map, and you realize you have no idea how to ask for directions. The signs look like gibberish, the faces are all new, and that little feeling of panic starts to creep in. This isn't just some movie scene. It happens all the time. But it doesn't have to happen to you. In this video, I'm going to give you 10 simple English phrases that will stop this exact nightmare from happening. These aren't just words. They're your keys to unlocking a trip that's stress-free, so you can handle any situation with total confidence. We're gonna cover all the big ones: getting directions, ordering food, and even asking for help if there's an emergency. All right, let's jump into the first phrase that's going to completely change your travel game. Section 1. The ultimate direction finder. Okay, first things first. Let's solve the most common problem. You're lost. It doesn't matter if you're in an airport, a train station, or just a random city street. The one phrase you absolutely need is, "Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to?" Let's break that down. You always start with, "Excuse me." This is your magic key to politely get someone's attention. It tells them, "Hey, I'm about to ask you something and I respect that you're busy." Then, "Can you tell me?" is just a soft, friendly way to ask. You're not demanding anything, you're just asking for a little help. You can use this for literally anything. "Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the taxi stand?" "Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the Grand Hotel?" "Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the nearest subway?" It's simple, polite, and it works. People are almost always happy to help someone who asks nicely. Go on, try it right now. Think of a place and say it out loud. "Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to..." Feels pretty natural, right? This one phrase is your new best friend. Section 2. The price is right. You're walking through a colorful local market. You spot a beautiful scarf, a perfect souvenir. You've got to have it, but wait, there's no price tag. What do? Here's your go-to phrase. How much does this cost? This is your essential shopping question. It's direct, it's clear, and everyone understands it. You can just point to the item you want and ask, "How much does this cost?" You could also try a couple of variations. "How much is this?" This one's a little more casual. "What's the price of this?" This one sounds a tad more formal. So a little conversation might go like this. You, pointing at a cool little statue. "Excuse me, how much does this cost?" Shopkeeper, "That's $20. You, "Okay, thanks." Knowing this stops any confusion and helps you stick to your budget. No more awkward surprises when something is way more expensive than you thought. This phrase puts you in control and makes shopping fun. Section 3. The universal request. All right, let's head over to a cafe, a restaurant, or your hotel. You need something. Maybe it's a menu, a glass of water, or an extra towel for your room. The most useful and polite way to ask for anything is, "I'd like, please." Or, "Can I have, please?" Here's a tip. "I'd like" is just a much softer, more polite way of saying, "I want." In many English-speaking places, just saying, "I want a coffee" can sound a little demanding or rude, especially to people in the service industry, but "I'd like" always sounds friendly and respectful. And that little word "please" at the end? It's pure magic, always at it. Let's see it in action. At a cafe, "I'd like a coffee, please." In a restaurant, "Can I have the menu, please?" At your hotel, "I'd like an extra key card, please." See how easy that is? Mastering this simple structure will make you feel so much more relaxed when you're ordering food or making requests. Section 4. Checking for availability. Imagine you've just checked into your hotel and you desperately need to check your email. Or you're in a clothing store, you find a shirt you love, but it's not in your size. How do you ask if they have what you need? The phrase you're looking for is, "Do you have..." This is just a simple, direct way to ask if something is available. It's so useful for products, services, or different options. Check out these examples. At a hotel, "Do you have Wi-Fi here?" In a store, Do you have this in a larger size? At a restaurant, do you have a vegetarian menu? This question is a huge time saver. Instead of wandering around looking for a Wi-Fi sign or digging through a pile of shirts, you can just ask. For instance, excuse me, I really like this shirt. Do you have it in blue? Employee, let me check for you. Yep, here you go. You, perfect, thank you. It's a quick, polite way to find out if what you're looking for is actually there. Section 5, getting insider knowledge. One of the best parts of traveling is finding those amazing local spots, right? But you're not going to find them if you only go to the tourist traps. To get the real inside scoop, you need to ask a local for their advice. Use this super polite phrase. Could you recommend a... Using the word could just makes the question extra friendly. You're not just asking for information, you're asking for their personal recommendation, their expert opinion. And trust me, people love sharing their favorite spots. This is your key to finding those hidden gems. To the person at your hotel desk, could you recommend a good local restaurant near here? To a friendly person you're chatting with, we'd love to hear some live music. Could you recommend a good place for that? At the tourist office, could you recommend a tour that isn't super crowded? By asking for a recommendation, you're not just getting a name of a place. You're getting a whole experience you might have missed out on otherwise. Hey, just jumping in real quick. We're halfway through, and if you're finding these phrases useful and maybe feeling a little more confident already, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps other travelers find this video. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's get back to the next 5 phrases that will take your travel experiences to the next level. Section 6, the I'm lost in translation phrase. Let's be real. When you're learning a new language, someone is eventually going to talk too fast or use words you don't know. It happens to everyone. Instead of panicking and just nodding your head, you need a phrase to ask them to clarify. The best one is, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Could you repeat that, please? This phrase is a lifesaver because it's both humble and effective. I'm sorry is polite, and I don't understand gets straight to the point. When you ask, could you repeat that, please? People will almost always naturally slow down the second time. You could also say, could you speak a little slower, please? That works perfectly too. Don't ever feel embarrassed to use this. It shows you're actually trying to communicate, and people really respect that and will be happy to help you out. Section 7, the confirmation checkpoint. So you asked for directions and someone told you to walk down a long street. You've been walking for 5 minutes, and that little voice of doubt starts whispering, are you sure this is right? Instead of just hoping, you can use this simple phrase to double check. Is this the right way to... This question is perfect for calming your travel anxiety. It's a quick and easy way to make sure you're on track without having to ask for the full directions all over again. Here are a few ways you could use it. To someone walking by, excuse me, is this the right way to the museum? As you're getting on a bus, is this the right bus for the city center? At a fork in a hiking trail, pardon me, is this the right way to the waterfall? Imagine you're on a train platform. You, excuse me, is this the right platform for the train to the airport? Person, oh no, the airport train is over on platform 4. And boom, you just saved yourself from getting on the wrong train and maybe even missing your flight. Think of this phrase as your personal GPS. Section 8, the payment phrase. You've just had an amazing meal or you found the perfect souvenirs. It's time to pay. But these days, you can't just assume every place takes credit cards. So before you order or bring your items to the counter, it's always a good idea to ask, can I pay with a credit card? Or, do you accept credit cards? This simple question can save you from a really awkward moment. A lot of smaller shops, market stalls, or little cafes might be cash only. Asking first lets you know what to expect. If they say no, you can just follow up with, where is the nearest ATM? Being proactive about how you're going to pay makes every transaction go smoothly. It's a small phrase that solves a potentially big problem. Section 9, the logistics master. Your travel plans often depend on opening and closing times. You don't want to hike all the way across town to a museum just to find out it closed 10 minutes ago. To be a smart planner, you need this phrase. What time does the open close? This is a super basic but critical question for planning your day. You can use it for anything. Museums, shops, restaurants, parks, you name it. It makes sure you don't waste your precious vacation time. You can structure it like this. What time does the museum open tomorrow? What time does this restaurant close tonight? What time is the last bus to the city center? This question not only gets you the facts, but can also lead to great insider tips. You might ask what time the castle opens, and the receptionist could tell you, it opens at 9, but if you wait until 10, you'll miss the big tour bus crowds. It helps you make the most of every single day. Section 10. The ultimate lifesaver. We've saved the most important phrase for last. I really hope you never have to use this one. But if you do, it could be the most important thing you say on your trip. If you're in an emergency, you feel sick, you get into an accident, or you feel unsafe, the phrase is, I need help. Could you please call? This is not the time to be vague. I need help is urgent and clear. The second part, could you please call, tells the person exactly what you need them to do. Memorize these options. I need help. Could you please call an ambulance? I need help. Please call the police. And if you lose your passport? I need help. I lost my passport. Where is the nearest embassy? In a real emergency, find the closest person who looks like they're in charge. A police officer, hotel staff, a shopkeeper, and say this clearly. This phrase is direct, it's action-oriented, and just knowing it can give you a huge sense of security. It's your safety net. And there you go, 10 essential English phrases that are basically your passport to a smoother, safer, and way more fun trip. With these 10 phrases in your back pocket, you're ready to handle all the most common travel situations. You can finally leave that fear of being lost in translation behind. If this video helped you out, please subscribe to the channel for more lessons to get you speaking English with confidence. Thanks so much for learning with me today. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next video.